Hello YouTube, and I'd like to introduce you to my new car, new to me. So as you can see from the tailpipes at the back and the engine at the front, it's a E91 pre-facelift 335i N54 engine. So I like estate cars, very useful. Obviously I love BMWs, got a few, and I love petrol engines. Don't like diesel. Can't get on with diesel. It does the job well. My old Tourer was 40 miles to the gallon, 270 horsepower or so, loads of torque, lovely. Just the sound, I just don't like the sound of them. And the smell. Cold start in the morning, stinks the drive out. Comes in the house, don't like it. So this one, picked this up for a relatively good bargain, I think. It's £5,000, done 187,000 miles. Now it is really well spec'd. It's got adaptive lights, heated seats, auto box, like little buttons on the mirror for your fancy driveway gates or whatever. But the thing I'm happy about is iDrive, which I'm gonna upgrade to Apple CarPlay, and 3 litre twin turbo. N54, bit dubious about that. Now, I did get this car a week ago, didn't film anything. I have taken some pictures so we can add those in. I made a tuned file for it, did a stock read with my Kes. Made a tuned file, loaded it on, went up the road, misfired, came back, put it to stock, thought being a bit silly here. So I went back, I've serviced it, coils, plugs, one-step colder plugs, gapped them down to 22 thou. I've also done decat downpipes, which were a pain in the arse. They are not a good fit. They came with the car. Same as these filters. Not sure about these filters. The way they just kind of sit there, I'm not very happy about. I've also replaced some pipe work for the factory dump valves, and I've also checked all this vacuum pipe work for the actuators and the solenoids. So check that, that's working well. Put the downpipes on. I've been running it for a week. Put my tune file back on, doesn't misfire now. Holds a bar boost, feels a lot better to be fair. Sounds a lot better with the downpipes and revs a lot freer, so that's a positive. The downpipes do touch on the subframe. So when we put the downpipes on, we had to drop the subframe a bit and pull the steering rack off. And we noticed that two of the captive nuts in the subframe were spinning. They're like little clip-on type, and they're spinning off that clip, so they couldn't undo them. Bought a new subframe, new again, used subframe from eBay, £38 delivered. Needs a good wash, but it has turned up with the cross brace, which the bolts are spinning on my one. I've also put these wheels on, which are from my other car. I do need some spacers. I think they suit the car, and they've got Pilot Sport 4s on, which is the main reason why I put them on. So the plan for this car is just gonna be a daily really, but I just want to get it tip top. I'm gonna be dropping the subframe, I'm gonna be doing some tuning. Ideally I wanna make it 400, 420 horsepower, it'd be a lovely daily then. The interior is very nice, hardly looks like it's been sat in, apart from the driver's seat. So the passenger seat, lovely. It's got the iDrive, got the strange paddles that go up and down on both sides. I'm getting used to them. Rear seats are nice. I'm pretty happy with my purchase so far. I'd like to get some bigger tailpipes because they're a bit crusty and also they're a bit small. It's got a little bit of rusty arches situation, but what BMW doesn't. So I'm gonna get that sorted out. But as a whole, for 187,000 mile car, she's a beaut. It's a bit of a strange story. It was owned by a guy apparently that had a full BMW warranty right up until 2020. So it had a like £165 a month warranty, that's what I've been told. And it's had new headlights, even though this one's gone a bit misty since I washed the car the other day. I gave it its first wash and that's how it's repaid me. So yeah, there's a few things on it which are just tired, so I'm going to replace all those. The next thing is though, drop the subframe, rejig the downpipes. I'm gonna have to re-weld one of the lambda bosses because the lambda boss actually hits the steering column, which is not ideal. I think you should just be able to see it down there. Straight down there, the lambda is sat just right at the back, just sat on the column. So I'm not sure what brand these downpipes are, but they're definitely fairly heavy in Chinesium from Zhengdu Providence or somewhere like that. So I'm just going to rejig it, I think. Dent one side, warm it up and just bend it a little bit so that it doesn't hit the subframe anymore, doesn't vibrate through the car, and also just re-weld a lambda sensor somewhere else, or maybe put the sensor in the back one where the cat sensor should be, which obviously I haven't got cats, so it's no biggie now. Yeah, and just tidy the car up. Other than that, it's quite a nice car. Like I said, I really like my BMWs and don't really like diesels.
4 to 6 days later.
Hey guys, cold morning, 2 days before Christmas. Worked late last night on the 335, so I've done a new to the car subframe. We had some incidents with this pipe, had to cut some tabs off. Got a new intercooler from MTC Performance. So this is a stepped intercooler, should be good for 600 horsepower apparently. We've also got intake pipes, so we've done the rear one while the engine was dropped out. That's the rear one we've chopped off here to get it out easier. This is the front one, I haven't changed yet. I'll change it at some point. Got a couple of new filters here which came with them. And quite a lot of maintenance. So we've got new front arms because one of the bushes was split and leaking oil. We also found a couple of problems and we had to adjust some stuff for the downpipe. I don't know if you can see that the clearance is still very tight here, but I have adjusted that so it should be better, but we'll see, might not be. In that case, I'll have to take that heat shield maybe off. I'm not sure if it needs that heat shield really. We've also moved the lambda sensor. So there's a lambda sensor because these downpipes was failing on the steering column. So I've now moved that back to here. So that is actually the front lambda, even though it's in the rear hole, and the rear one isn't connected. And I'll be trying to turn that off in the map. I'm pretty sure I can do that. So we'll sort that out. So yeah, that's what you get for buying a 188,000 mile car now. But still a good car. Still needs some more work to bring it to sort of my standard, but it's a good car. So yeah, basically this is the intro to this car. We're going to be doing more to it in the future. Some tuning and some dyno time and stuff. But yeah, the intro to my wonderful 335 touring daily. Have a good one. Thank you very much. See you soon.